Today we're going to talk about a stock that I stumbled across while making a video about Palantir, and that is Bill.com. We'll discuss the company's business model, as well as go over their most recent earnings report. This is my initial analysis of this company, so if you have been a shareholder of Bill.com, please leave some comments down below as to what you have seen over the course of the last couple of years. I'm going to be just looking at their most recent earnings and giving my opinion on some initial thoughts around this stock. So if you enjoy the video, drop a like down below, and if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe. I like to find stocks that are on a dip, and that is especially true for Bill.com. In 2021, Bill.com was trading at over $300. However, it has since fallen over 80% down to about $52 per share. And even in the last year alone, the stock is down almost 50%. However, since the lows that were achieved in November, it's really just traded sideways, which to me, this last 6-month period looks like the stock is kind of finding its bottom. So you may ask yourself, what exactly is Bill.com? Bill.com is a software as a service platform that aims to make payments and billing processes easier for small and mid-sized businesses. Bill.com's CEO and founder is René Lacerte. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but interestingly enough, before creating Bill.com, René actually founded a company called PayCycle, and it was the first and largest online payroll solution, which eventually got acquired by Intuit in 2009. And I really wouldn't be surprised if Bill.com ended up getting acquired as well by a company like Intuit or even a PayPal who could integrate this into their existing business and push it out to their customers and really build it out to a larger scale. And in Bill.com's most recent earnings announcement, they came through with very solid beats on both the top and bottom line. Top line revenue beat by 5.6%, coming in at $323 million compared to analyst expectations of $306 million. And non-GAAP EPS came in at 60 cents of positive EPS compared to analyst expectations of 54 cents. This was a 12.1% beat on the bottom line. And beating analyst expectations has been a consistent trend for this company over the course of the last year. We can see that every quarter they have beat on the top and bottom line out of the last 4 quarters, with some noticeable beats their last quarter in December where they came through with a 57.2% beat on their EPS numbers, and last June they came through with almost a 44% beat on their EPS numbers. Top line revenue is also consistently beating analyst expectations by 5%, almost 7%, and another 5% over the course of the last year alone. In their most recent earnings announcement, Bill.com showed a 19% increase year over year in total revenue, bringing it to $323 million. However, their subscription revenue is actually down about 2% year over year to $65.6 million. I don't love to see this for a company like Bill.com. You like to see subscription models continuing to grow year over year, so that's a little bit concerning, but they did see their transaction fees grow by 25% year over year to $215.7 million. Bill.com put up 60 cents of non-GAAP EPS for the quarter. However, on a GAAP basis, that number came in at 0 cents per share. Obviously, 0 cents isn't great. You want to see a company that is profitable. However, for Bill.com, over the course of the last few years, they have only seen one profitable quarter in 2020, and that was 44 cents for that quarter. However, since then, the stock has had negative EPS each and every quarter, but we are starting to see things trend in the right direction. And with them hitting 0 cents of GAAP EPS, it seems like they could be on their way to profitability. And this is especially true when you look at their trailing 12-month EPS numbers. They peaked at a loss of negative $3.33 in 2022. However, since that time, we have seen a significant decline in their losses, now only losing 78 cents on a trailing 12-month EPS basis. And they've gone through a flip that is very similar to a lot of other SaaS businesses out there over the course of the last couple of years, where they focused significantly on growth in 2021 and 2022, where we saw their revenue increasing by almost 200% year over year. However, in more recent times, revenue growth has slowed significantly, but there's a lot more focus on profitability. For 2024, analysts are expecting Bill.com to put up a non-GAAP EPS number of $2.05. This is an increase year over year from $1.65 in 2023, and in 2025 they're expecting that number to grow slightly to $2.24 of non-GAAP EPS. And analysts are expecting revenue to grow a solid 20% in 2024. However, in 2025 they have revenue only growing 13.2%, which I think this number could actually be a little bit low for Bill.com. And based on these numbers, that gives Bill.com a forward P ratio of just under a 23. So for me, I'm not actually buying Bill.com right now. I just think it's an interesting company for a couple of reasons. One, we saw the stock shoot up in a very significant way over 2021. So if we see some of these growth stocks get back into the limelight where investors are really looking to add them into their portfolio, I think Bill.com could go through another cycle of spiking up. The other interesting factor with this company is the acquisition standpoint. Companies, again, like PayPal or Intuit could easily look to buy a company like Bill.com and integrate it into their existing platforms. With that said, I do not own any shares of Bill.com, and I don't plan to add it anytime soon. I want to see where this company is headed in the future, especially with the stock continuing to fall. It doesn't seem like there's much rush to get in. There's plenty of time to do more research and look more into it. But with all of that said, do not buy a company just because I talked about it on this channel. Make sure you are doing your own research and looking into companies that meet your risk tolerance as well as your time horizon. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe. And as always, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. And for the joke of the day, what kind of shoes do frogs wear? Check the comments down below for the answer. Thanks for watching.